Okay, this is Philip Parker with a problem from the Retl262 course. This is exercise 12-5, income allocation in a partnership. So we've got Cosmos and Ellis began a partnership by investing $50,000 and $75,000 respectively, and I've got that on the board. Put that right here. $50,000 Cosmos, $75,000 for Ellis, for a total of $125,000 invested in the business. Okay, so what we have next is we have a first year the partnership earned $165,000. We want to prepare calculations showing how that income should be allocated given different scenarios. The first one is the partners failed to agree on a method to share income. Well, that's fairly simple. If there is no agreement on how to share income, it's $165,000 divided in half. Okay, so you're looking at 165 divided by 2. You're looking at, that's about $82,500 each. Okay, so that's the first scenario. The second scenario says, you know what, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to say the partners agree to share income and loss in proportion to their initial investments. Well, let's look at their initial investments, which is $50,000 for Cosmos, $75,000 for Ellis. So if you want to do it in proportion to their investments, Cosmos would get $50,000 divided by 125, and then Ellis would get $75,000 divided by 125. So if we run those numbers, and I'll do that really quickly here. Open up my spreadsheet. 50 divided by 125. So 40% will go to Cosmos, which means 60% will go to Ellis. So what is 40%? Well, 40% times 165,000. That'll be Cosmos, and then 60% times 165,000 be Ellis. So let's run those numbers. So 66,000 will go to Cosmos. The remaining 99,000 will go to Ellis. Okay, those are the first two scenarios. And then third, the partners agree to share income by granting a $55,000 per year salary to Cosmos and a $45,000 salary allowance to Ellis and 10% interest on their initial capital investments, and the remaining balance shared equally. So let's run those scenarios. So what I've got on the board already is a row for Cosmos and Ellis in total. So let's create a line for salary allowance. Okay, and we see that for Cosmos that's going to be $55,000. For Ellis it's $45,000. So in total you're looking at $100,000. Okay. Next we've got interest being allocated to the partners. That interest is 10% based on their initial capital investments. Well, Cosmos' initial capital investment was $50,000. So he's going to get $5,000. Ellis's initial capital investment was $75,000. He's going to get $7,500. When you add those two numbers up, that's $12,500. So what you need to do now is total this up. You get $112,500. Okay? The total net income was $165,000 that we need to allocate. So we're going to take the difference and allocate that equally. So what is the difference? That is $52,500. So $52,500. I'm going to go back in and take this little subtotal off. We don't need that anymore. We're going to split the $52,500 each. That'll be $26,250 each. So let's look at the grand totals. So the grand totals would be for Cosmos 55,000 plus 5,000 plus 26,250. For Ellis 45,000 and 7,500 and 26,250. And let's take a moment to run those numbers. $86,250 for Cosmos. $86,250 for Cosmos, and for Ellis we're looking at 45,000 plus 7,500 plus 26,250, 78,750. And again, both of these numbers, 86,250 and the 78,750, must add up to your 165,000. All right, thank you.